Hello everybody, this is Dots Locks. Welcome to my channel. And today's video I wanted to discuss Locksport. Am I doing it right? And the reason I wanted to ask this question is because of recent times, since I started making videos on YouTube about a month ago, I'd hit a bit of a wall regarding my picking. I was in a sense following the belt system to a degree. And I got up to green belt, which was the 1100s, got 3 1100s, managed to get all them open, and I gutted one of them from start to finish, gutted it, reassembled it. So technically, unofficially, I'm a green belt. But does that matter? Well, it can matter. It's really down to the individual. For me personally, I am not too arsed that it's not official. I do Locksport my own way, and this is kind of what the video is about. Is there a right or wrong way of doing it? Personally, I think not. I think if you're picking locks and you're enjoying the hobby, then you're doing it the right way. I feel like sometimes it's quite easy to get bogged down with the belt system and trying to advance and trying to get better. It can become quite overwhelming because there is so many locks, there is so many good lock pickers out there, and a good old saying that my dad used to say to me was, comparison is the thief of joy. And it is so true. If you compare yourself to other pickers, because there is so many good pickers out there, you will always be disappointed. However, if you go about Locksport the way you like to do it, then you won't be disappointed because you're doing it your own way. And let's face it, there's always going to be someone better, so that really shouldn't make no difference that there's other people out there that are better, even if they've only just started picking or they've been picking years. It really does not matter. So I would like to just explain how I use the belt system and how I go about my Locksport hobby. So the reason I thought about making this video is because I have, up until, like I say, a month ago, and started making videos, I've been making a lot of videos and breaking and zipping and basically everything but SPPing. But in order to go for the belt system, a lot of time, because of the high security locks, you haven't really got a choice but to SPP. But it can get a bit overwhelming and I got a little bit down about it because I was struggling and I weren't really getting the consistent opens that I was like, and it was getting me down a little. However, since I started my channel and I've been practicing different techniques, I've been trying to open locks with a bit more speed, and just to make some fun videos. That's my goal, is to obviously pick locks, but I enjoy making shorts and fun videos and messing around with music, and which is, to be honest, I didn't realise that I would enjoy it as much as I do. But this is what I use the belt system for. I use it as a shopping list. I use it to see where I'm at, to measure what level I'm at, to see if I can advance, get some better locks because my picking has got better. Also, I use it to see what locks are available, to see what is inside a lock, because there's so much information on the LPU site about every type of lock you can probably think of. So it's indispensable in that sense. But I see a lot of people, I mean, if you are new to picking, there is so many avenues for information regarding lock picking, such as YouTube, which is the main one, for me anyway, Discord, Reddit. All of them things are quite full of information, but can be quite difficult to navigate and to get your way around when you first begin picking. So you're best to just do it your way. Try and use them things as a tool to help you improve, to glean information out of other pickers. I found Reddit was excellent for that. You just basically put a question up there, maybe with a picture, and within seconds you will have 10 to 20 answers as a rule, from all types of individuals, from beginners to advanced. And it's your choice then to take what information you can from that. But you're doing Locksport right if you're enjoying it. If you're having fun picking locks, however you're doing it, if you can only rake locks, that makes no difference. You are a Locksporter, you are doing Locksport correctly. And the reason I say that is because I have, in the past week, I have opened 4 locks that I've probably had for a month, maybe 6 weeks, and I've not been able to open a single one of them, single pin picking them. However, I have been playing around with different tools, different techniques, and I've managed to get the same 4 locks that I've struggled with open consistently in the past week, using a new technique that I have just managed to figure out. I suppose it's not a new technique, it's new to me, but it's a technique that seems to be working. And it also depends on what your goal is in Locksport. Everyone's doing it their own way. Everyone's trying to, reach their own goals, so to speak. And my goals, and they've always been this, is to open locks. When I first started with the acrylic lock, I didn't SPP that lock. I raked it, got it open. Got a Master Lock 3, raked it, got it open. I learned to single pin pick it afterwards, but my goal was always to open. That's why if I get a new lock, I tend to try and rake it first. Maybe it's habit, maybe it's just I like to pop a lock. I like to get them open. Obviously, it is quite satisfying when you are able to single pin pick, but it also takes a lot of patience, which sometimes maybe I lack. But my reason for this video, like I said, is am I doing Locksport right? And I think I've come to the conclusion that I am, because I'm doing Locksport my way. And in a few videos, hopefully in a few videos that I will be making soon, you'll see what I mean by that. I mean, if anyone's been following my channel, I love to make shorts. I love to make fast opens, or do fast opens if I can on a short. Most of the locks are pretty low security. There is some high security locks in there, but not really. But that's not the point of it. That's people like to see open locks. If I have 100 shorts, I have only 20 of them are SPP, and they're probably the lowest viewed shorts, because sometimes people don't want to see an SPP. Sometimes people just want to see a lock be opened, and I enjoy doing that. So really, this is just aimed at beginners, not just at beginners, but it is aimed at beginners mainly, people who are just getting into the sport. My advice is, do Locksport your way. Don't get bogged down by the belt system. Don't get bogged down by how other people pick. But other people's got a better technique. If anyone's seen my technique, I am like a bear playing darts. I am really quite heavy-handed, really quite rough with the pick. I mean, I haven't broke a few more picks, I don't know, but my picking is not the prettiest, and I'll be the first one to admit that. However, I can get quite a few locks open now. So the proof's in the pudding. If the lock opens, the lock opens. Whether you're doing that by bypassing it with a comb or a bypass knife, or you're single pin picking it, or you're zipping it, or you're raking it, it really does not matter, as long as you're enjoying yourself and you're getting that lock open. So there's a bit of, not really a rant, but I just thought I wanted to aim it at beginners who maybe, like myself, feel a bit overwhelmed by it all, because there's so much to Locksport. There's so many avenues. It's such a rabbit hole that it can become quite a lot to take in, and it in some cases stop people in their tracks and stop them practicing the hobby, because of it. There's so much to it. So really, I just want to say, Locksport, you are doing it right. Whoever you are doing it right. If you're doing it your way, you're doing it right. And the key is to please enjoy the hobby. I love this hobby. It's really changed my life in the last few months. From the people that I've interacted with and met, from the Locksport community, to the skills that I've learned and that I've taught myself. I'm very proud of what I've achieved in the last few months and the work I've put in. And it's an amazing community. So anyone who was maybe asking this same question to themselves, is Locksport, or am I doing Locksport the right way? The answer is yes. If you've watched it for this far, it's nearly a 10-minute video, so I really do appreciate it. But if you haven't, that is not a problem. But thank you for watching anyway. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you all later.